He's on fire from long range.
That's the basketball.
Bullseye. History in the making. Oh, yes.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Memorial Gym here in Hazard, Kentucky for boys high school basketball. A big 13th and 14th region matchup tonight as the Clay County Tigers come here to Hazard to take on the Bulldogs. I'm Jeff Campbell, joined in the broadcast booth tonight with our good friend, Mr. Harold Brashear. Harold, first of all, it's good to have you here. I know you've been a little bit busy over the last year or so, but always good to have you put the headsets on and join us here for what should be a great high school basketball game.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Always glad to be back doing radio. And, I say radio. It was radio back when I started, but now it's more television and streaming than it is radio. Exciting times. And I tell you what, I've got to watch a lot of games that I've not got to attend. And, you know, the East Kentucky Sports Network just does a great job. And, Jeff, you were telling a nice story about a fellow who's not been able to get out to the games, who's able to watch some games. And I tell you what, it's a great service for our local and surrounding communities.
Yeah, it was actually Coach Casey Huff. His father stopped by earlier and just, you know, commended us for bringing the games. He's had back surgery recently, and this is the first game he's actually got to see this year live in person. But he's kept up with his son and the Bulldogs and a lot of other teams here in East Kentucky, right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. And something, you know, little things like that, in doing this, you sort of take it for granted, and it makes you appreciate it. And we appreciate all of our, you know, listeners and viewers, and a lot of people tuning us in. You go back and look on those YouTube streams, over 1,000 views, over 1,000 views, over 1,000 views in just about every game we've covered this year. And it says a lot about the production that we put on, our producer, Michael Dwayne, but it also says a lot about our loyal, faithful, you know, listeners and subscribers and people who tune us in every night.
Absolutely. And, you were talking about this game. You've got Hazard out of the 14th region, Clay County out of the 13th region. And, Jeff, both of those, obviously big names within their regions year in, year out for many, many years. And, these two teams played last year. And, one game, Clay County won by 12. But the last time they played in late February, about a year ago tonight, a little under a year, it was a great game. Clay County 49-47. And I tell you, Clay's won the last two. Hazard had won 9 of the previous 13 before that. These two teams, it's kind of odd. They don't meet a whole lot for teams who are always seemingly at the top of the rankings in the mountains.
No, you're right, and especially considering the two schools are so close. And every time they played, I went back the last 11 games, and the average margin of victory in the wins for Clay County 7. The average margin of victory for Hazard is 6. So always, and that goes back, 16 years, I believe, and just always competitive. Two great programs, and they put a quality product on the floor. And here's the thing, neither one of them like to lose.
Absolutely not. And, this one of those games that you kind of call a preparation game. Tomorrow night, obviously I'm close to Perry Central's schedule, obviously. Perry Central going to Pikeville to play. You have Hazard playing Clay County tonight. And, Jeff, what those games are, those are two tough opponents that you're playing, getting geared up for what everybody looks forward to all year long. District tournament, postseason play starting on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. And, no better way to test your mettle than to step out of region against a quality opponent, sort of see what you're made of. And it brings to the court tonight what could be a semifinal round matchup in the regional tournament, or even a championship regional tournament game if these teams are lucky to get that far. And certainly a big night of basketball here between these two schools. We're also going to honor the 85-86 Hazard Bulldogs, one of the greatest teams in Hazard High School history. And one of the greatest teams really in the mountains. And we'll be having that ceremony for you folks at halftime. We're about 15 and a half minutes away from tipping this one off. We'll send it back to the station for our first commercial break. When we come back, more pregame for you right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, that was my friend Logan's soccer coach. Why'd you honk and wave at her?
Because she's also our Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent. She's the one who helped us get our house fixed after that big storm last year.
Well, that explains the name of their team.
Which is?
The Storm.
Of course.
Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
Visit or call Janet Smith, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agency Manager, or Agents Major Gabbard and Chase Smith.
Okay, Rewards Bot. How much should people earn with free Kasasa Cash checking?
5% APY on balances as high as $25,000.
Every month you qualify? That's so high.
5% APY. 5% APY.
Rewards Bot has gone rogue. Free checking, cash rewards. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
Learn more about Kasasa at PBT Bancorp in Hazard.
APY equals annual percentage yield. Qualifications, rules, limitations apply. Rates and rewards vary by account balance and qualification status. Contact institution for details. Member FDIC.
Let's face it, in today's world, it's easy to get the feeling that the world is against you. So it's really nice to know that you do have someone on your side. The law offices of David A. Johnson. Accidents and injury law, personal injury, commercial vehicle accidents, criminal and capital offense cases, drug-related cases. David A. Johnson, Justin Noble, and Michael Johnson will fight for you. Call for a free consultation, 435-1552. Visit them at 461 Main Street in Hazard, online at davidajohnsonlaw.com or on Facebook. This is an advertisement.
Welcome back, folks, to Memorial Gym here in Hazard, Kentucky. Jeff Campbell and Harold Brashear set to bring you all the action tonight between the Clay County Tigers and the Hazard Bulldogs. And starting to see a lot of those familiar faces from that 85-86 team start rolling in here. Willie Combs, Greg Napier, Terry North, just to name a few. And, man, you know, for me, I was telling Michael Dwayne before we went on the air, that was when I really started watching high school basketball. MC Napier had some great teams during that time, and those matchups between Napier and Hazard, Hazard and Dills, Napier and Dills was truly special time in the mid-'80s for a young kid who was very impressionable and still watching a lot of basketball today.
Well, absolutely. And the thing about it was, Jeff, you didn't have to go from gym to gym at that time to watch everybody play. They were all playing their home games for the most part right here at Memorial Gym. And, that was one of the first games I remember coming to that I really paid attention to was that season. And it was Hazard and Dills Combs. And, Hazard had that team. They had Carl Wallace, Dwayne Cornett in the middle, Terry North, Greg Napier. They had a really good team. Dills Combs had guys like Bill Back, Joey Stidham played on that team. And, that was, that, like you said, that was impressionable time for a young person interested in sports. And I tell you what, some good basketball. I remember watching the district tournament that year. It was at Leslie County. Coach Al Holland was in his single season at Dills Combs as head coach. They played MC Napier the first game of the district tournament, and they stalled the ball. Final score was MC Napier 36, Dills Combs 22.
I wonder if people were screaming for a shot clock back then, like they are now,
I don't know. But I tell you what, a lot of good memories of being young and watching basketball. And, Jeff, you look out here at these two teams, you look at center court, and you see Seth Cottle. And, what a career, what a season he's had. And, man, just how well is he playing right here down the stretch?
Oh, he's been terrific. Scored over 2,000 points, grabbed over 500 rebounds, put up 35 points in the win over Powell County here on Monday, and he's one of these guys, me and you, we're sitting here talking about, Carl Wallace and Willie Combs and Greg Napier, but, 20, 30 years from now, some young kid out here is going to be talking about Seth Cottle, and that's the kind of career he's had here at Hazard and the kind of player and really young man that he is.
And he's averaging 21 points a game, and Jeff, I mean, as far as a mid-range shooter, is there a better mid-range shooter out there?
No, and, the advantages he has, he's a great shooter, but he's got great size, 6'4", and he elevates really well on that mid-range jump shot. And you can have a hand in his face when he starts off, but when he elevates and jumps over the defender's hand, he's got a great look at the basket and just a great touch. Does a really good job using his body to create space, separate from the defender, and get open, and then knock down the shot. And it certainly, Coach Casey Huff, the other night against Powell County, just put the ball in his hands and let him create. When the double team came, he was able to find Osborne. He was able to find Kincaid. He was able to find his teammates, and they made some big shots going down the stretch and got what I thought was you hear the term a quad one win against a very good Powell County team.
And I tell you, you talk about these games down the stretch, this huge game for both teams as far as preparation. It's not going to mean a whole lot in the scheme of things. It's, district tournaments are set at this point. But, Clay County, they're probably the number 3 team in the 13th region right now. I think you've got North Laurel, you've got Bell County. You can put those two teams in either order. We watched Bell County firsthand the other night, man, and then they turned around after they got a win at Perry Central, and then they beat the other team in the 13th in North Laurel. So those two teams are 1 and 2. So you've got a top 3 team in the 13th region. And Hazard, Jeff, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7. You can go 7, 8 teams in the 14th region that can knock anybody else off. But the question is, who can put that stretch together where they can make it to the regional tournament and then put those 3 games together back to back to back to win it? And obviously, I think you got to put Hazards definitely in that conversation. Another team you mentioned, Powell County, they're in that conversation. Perry Central, not Central. We saw a tough game. You guys, you guys didn't do. You were with me downstairs last night. But Letcher Central, they've got some tools to work with. The region, obviously, I think it's kind of wide open. And this is the kind of game that toughens you up for that postseason run.
I agree 100%. And like you said, it don't have to be clean tonight, and a loss is not going to kill you, especially if you learn from it. But, you're looking at executing in certain situations. How are we going to do if we're inbound an under own basket against a good Clay County team? How are we going to do late clock situation against a good defensive team? How are we going to make free throws in a close game? Those are all kind of things that, you want to be, firing on all cylinders, so to speak, going into the postseason. And both these teams, tip of the hat to the coaches and administrators for making this happen, because they can learn a lot from it, like you said, and get ready for that postseason run.
And, Clay County, it's going to be a good challenge for Hazard. Clay County has 3 guys averaging in double figures. They're not a one-dimensional team. They've got Wagers and Grubb averaging nearly 17 points a game, Rogers at 12. So it's going to be a good challenge for both squads.
Folks, we'll send it back to the station for another commercial break as we get ready for the national anthem here at Memorial Gym. Back in just a few moments. You're listening to the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Smile, February is National Children's Dental Health Month. It's a great time to promote the benefits of good oral hygiene. Developing good dental health habits will help children get a jump start on a lifetime of healthy teeth and gums. At Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Little Flower Clinic, we're observing Children's Dental Health Month. Kids can enter a coloring contest and display their work. Also, enter a drawing to win a free gift basket. Little Flower Dental Clinic, 487-9505. Visit our website, kymha.com.
Here at Kemper Furniture, our slogan is "We know furniture." As well we should. For over 45 years now, it's what we do, it's all we do, it's who we are. At Kemper's, that gives us the opportunity to specialize in getting you exactly what you need. We do our homework to make sure you get the best, longest lasting, best looking brand names at Kemper's guaranteed lowest prices with easy credit terms and fast express delivery. Now that's what I'm talking about. Kemper Furniture in Hazard, where we know furniture.
Double Quick proudly introduces Rewards Plus Pay. It's a new feature inside the Double Quick Rewards app. Enroll today and save 20 cents on gas all day, every day, right at the pump. Use it on all transactions inside, too. To enroll, open your Double Quick Rewards app. Click Enroll Now and follow the steps to link your checking account. Once you're approved, use Double Quick Rewards Plus Pay at the pump or inside the store. Rewards Plus Pay is safe, secure, and easy to use. Enroll today and start saving, but only at your Double Quick store.
Welcome back, folks, to Memorial Gym. We are 4 minutes and 50 seconds from tipping this one off between the Clay County Tigers and the Hazard Bulldogs. Jeff Campbell along with Harold Bashir. And, Harold, you mentioned a couple of these guys from Clay County before we went on break. Number 2, Aiden Grubb, 17 points, 10 boards. Aiden Wager, 17.6 boards. And it's a very comparable matchup with Seth Cottle, 21 and 6, Trace Kincaid, 15. Talon Osborne, 10. Both of these teams have multiple double-figure scores averaging throughout the season, and should be a good, very entertaining basketball game.
Absolutely. And I think a key if you're looking at keys, obviously in a game like this, your big players have to play. You can't come into a game like this and Seth Cottle scores 8 points and you come away with a win. But a big key to this, Aiden Grubb, second leading scorer for Clay County, averaging right at a double-double, is, Hazard, who is going to keep him off those boards? Hazard's done a good job by committee this year. A guy who hadn't played any high school basketball in Tucker Napier, man, he has added an element of just that, it's a term you don't hear much anymore, but he's that garbage guy. He'll get you an offensive rebound. He'll get you a putback. He'll knock down a shot here and there. But Hazard has to have a concerted effort to keep Grubb off the offensive glass. They can't give up any putbacks. And, they got to hold those two scorers in check. And, Jeff, sometimes it's easier to hold one guy in check, obviously, than it is to hold two in check.
It is, and that's one of the things that Hazard, sort of turned the page to the Bulldogs. Done an excellent job with really all season long, but especially against Powell County the other night. Seth Cottle had 25, but late in that game, he was double-team, triple-team, kicked it over to Tucker Napier in the left corner, and he hit a huge three to create a little more separation, a little buffer zone, if you will, going down the stretch for Hazard. And the same with Trace Kincaid. Trace Kincaid is making three-pointers per game. He's made 78 on the season, shooting over 33% from behind the arc. And he's a kid, if you're Clay County, you certainly cannot leave open.
And the same token for Clay County. Jacob Rogers, sophomore, he's knocked down 66 threes, shooting 37%, and he is kind of that third scorer for Clay County. And, your question marks that you would like to see answered in a game like this. It's so hard to win in the postseason with one guy carrying you. You can win some games like that. But who's going to step up? Who's going to be that third guy that can score for you consistently? Who's going to be that fourth guy? Who's going to hit this big shot? And I think those are some of the questions that you want to answer in a game like this.
And you go back 2 years in our very own 14th regional tournament last year, Breathitt County, regional champs. Down the stretch, Joe Honeycutt. It wasn't Austin Sperry making big shots all the time. It was Honeycutt. The year before, Perry Central wins. They had Landon Miller step up in a big game and score 16, 18 points as a freshman. So big games postseason, like you said, it's those kids who maybe averaging 5, 6, 7 points a game, if that, come in and give you a boost and double or better that average.
Well, last night, perfect example. in the Perry Central, Letcher Central game. You know, Dalton Combs, everybody knows how good he is, what kind of player he is. Last night, Jaden Hacker, 20 points. Landon Miller, 23 points.
Yeah, just something that you know they're certainly capable of, but if you look at it from a statistical standpoint, it's not happened because that's not their average, you know, and a big win for the Commodores last night, and a big win for Hazard on Monday, and for whichever team wins this game, it'll be a big win for them here tonight.
And I tell you what, a big win this week for Wolfe County as they knocked off Knott Central.
Folks, let's send it over to our PA announcer, Mr. Scott Napier, for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups.
Let's make the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Tigers of Clay County. Our junior number 0, Maxton Gray. At guard, a sophomore number 3, Jacob Rogers. At guard, a junior number 11, Brody Hooker. At guard, a senior number 24, Jay Nicholson. And at forward, a senior number 35, Aiden Wagers. The Tigers are coached by Coach Michael Jones.
And now for your Hazard Bulldogs. Starting at guard, a 6'5" senior, number 13, Seth Cauble. At forward, a 6'4" senior, number 1, Talon Osborne. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 22, Tucker Johnson. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 10, Tucker Napier. And at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 2, Trace Kincaid. The Bulldogs are coached by Coach Casey Huff. Tonight's officials, Ralph Puget, Jacob King, and Roger Fairchild.
Big development there, Harold, as we just learned that Aiden Grubb not playing tonight for Clay County. Their leading scorer and leading rebounder.
And one of the coaches from Hazard was telling me he possibly could have played, but they're holding him out for the postseason.
Ball in the air, tipped up, batted around, controlled by Tucker Napier and the Hazard Bulldogs. They hand it off to Seth Cottle. He's being guarded by Rogers. Over to Kincaid, left corner to Napier, back to Kincaid. Working it around the horn. Osborne in the short corner, loses it. Now goes inside to Johnson, across to Kincaid. Kemper 3 is good for Trace Kincaid. Bulldogs strike first and lead 3-0.
Nice pass by Johnson, and when Kincaid gets his feet set, he's pretty dangerous out there.
Johnson is almost like a point center. He sees the floor well, makes those passes. Found Kincaid for that 3. Now Clay County, Jacob Rogers over to Wagers. Working on Johnson, step back 3, short off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hazard. Bulldogs looking to run. Cottle to Napier, he drives, kicks out, throws it away, stolen by Rogers of Clay County. Rogers in a hurry, now he backs it out. Goes off the screen from Wagers, floater in the lane, no good. Rebound by Trace Kincaid to the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs looking to push it.
Up ahead to Osborne, and he's going to be fouled on his way to the basket, and he will go to the line to shoot 2.
And you know, Wagers shooting that shot from the perimeter, I think that's the shot that the Bulldogs are willing to give up tonight.
Wagers averaging 17 and 6 as the first free throw from Talon Osborne is good. But he's a big dude. He's broad, and you can tell that he likes to be down in that paint area. Second free throw from Osborne, hard off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Clay County. Hazard leads this one 4-0. We have a young man on the floor. Now he has been retrieved. That could have been bad.
That could have been an issue. as we're going to get him off the court now. I know that young man.
He was open. He wanted the ball.
He was wide open.
Clay County throws it in, gives it to Rogers. Works between his legs, directing a little traffic. Now they go inside to Wagers. He's going to drive, splits two defenders, shot up no good. Rebound by Tucker Johnson.
Good job to keep him off balance.
Johnson to Cottle. Now the Bulldogs set the offense. Over to Osborne. Trying to find a way to drive down that right side. Nothing there. Cottle to Johnson. To Kincaid. Long three on the way is good. Another Kemper three from Trace Kincaid, and Coach Jones and the Clay County Tigers, they're going to talk about it. Timeout on the floor. We will take it with them. 30-second break. Back after 30 right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
If you're starting college for the first time, Hazard Community and Technical College has big news. Your first year could be free through the HCTC Promise Scholarship. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you could get up to 2 years free in high-demand fields like construction, healthcare, manufacturing, logistics, and professional services. Plus, flexible start dates, including 12-week and 8-week courses, mean you can start sooner than you think. Choose HCTC. Your future starts here. Call today at 606-487-3293.
Two Trace Kincaid threes, Harold, and the Bulldogs lead this one 7-0 with 5:55 to go in the first quarter. But Max DeGray puts the first two on the board for Clay County with a PBT bank shot, 7-2 Bulldogs.
And that enables them to set up a little bit of pressure. Bulldogs break it with ease.
Kincaid with it out near the logo, over to Cottle. To Johnson. Kincaid tried to hit Osborne backdoor, turns it over. Clay County basketball. Hooker drives down the lane, working on Napier, spins to Wagers. Long three straight away. This time it's good. A Kemper three from Aiden Wagers. 7-5 Hazard with a lead, but Clay County crawling back in.
Good timeout there by Coach Jones.
Kincaid to Napier. Long three from Seth Cottle's good. A Kemper three from Seth Cottle. The threes are flying for the Bulldogs here early on. 10-5, Hazard with the lead.
No field goals inside the arc so far.
There's a stop sign out there. But they're going in, and they will keep shooting it if you leave them open. Clay County with a basketball. Rogers working on Cottle. Floater up off, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cottle of Hazard. He's looking to run down the left side. Shimmies in the lane, jump shot. Oh, we're going to have an offensive foul on Seth Cottle. It will be his first and the team's first. 4:47 to go in the first quarter. 10-5, Hazard on top.
I don't think Coach Huff agreed with that call.
No, there's a little disagreement definitely with that call, but call nonetheless as Gray has it now, trying to go up the screen from Wagers. Wagers has it at the top of the key. He's going to drive down the lane, off the glass and in, and the foul. The Kemper bank, the PBT bank shot from Aiden Wagers, and the foul.
And Wagers has come out of that timeout. He scored 5 of 7 for Clay County, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Free throw in the air, gets the friendly roll. 10-8 your score. Hazard on top with a basketball. Cottle to Johnson, back to Cottle, to Kincaid in the middle. 15-footer pull-up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Osborne, he'll try a three from the right wing, and it's good. A Kemper three from Talon Osborne. Bulldogs back on top by 5, 13-8.
4 threes now for the Bulldogs.
4 threes and a free throw. Clay County the basketball on the left wing. Gray puts the floater up, no good. Napier with the rebound. Hazard looking to run. Osborne in a hurry down the right side. Back to Kincaid. Thought about that three from the logo. He's going to drive to Johnson. Shot fake up and in. A PBT bank shot from Tucker Johnson. His first 2 of the game.
Bulldogs rolling offensively. 15 points already.
Tough shot put up. Rebound put up by Wagers. No good. Another rebound by Nicholson. Shot put up. Wagers 3 offensive rebounds in a row. Almost 4. Now Hazard clears it. 15-8 your score. Osborne down the lane. Out. Tucker Napier. Long 3. Hard off the back of the rim. No good. Hit the shot clock. will go over to Clay County.
First substitution of the game is going to be number 1, Skylar Sizemore for Clay County, and now Javion Fullwood will check in for the Hazard Bulldogs.
Both teams getting some subs in there early. 3:12 to go in the first quarter. 15-8 Hazard on top. Hooker with the basketball for Clay County. Over to Sizemore. Back to Wagers on the left wing. Hands it off to Rogers. Wagers, he'll try a three from the left wing. Short, no good. Rebounded by Osborne. Osborne looking to run to Kincaid. Back to Osborne. Kincaid, long three. Hard, no good. Rebound by Tucker Napier of Hazard. He's going to back it out and reset the offense. Osborne deep in the right corner. Tried to go baseline. Gives it to Fullwood. Back to Kincaid, over to Tucker Napier. Now in the hands of Seth Cottle on the left wing. Inside to Fullwood. Hits Napier. Floater. No good. Rebound claimed by Clay County. Here comes Gray. In a rush. Down, up, off the glass and in with a PBT bank shot. 15-10, Hazard on top.
Near steal by Clay County, but they're going to get whistled for the reach.
Yeah, they're going to get Jacob Rogers. His first. Jay Nicholson returning for Clay County. Hazard basketball on the side directly opposite from us. Cottle in the backcourt. 2:10 to go. 15-10. Your score, Bulldogs on top. Cottle goes off a screen from Fullwood. Napier, long three left corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Clay County. Out of bounds, last touch by Hazard. Tigers will keep control of the basketball.
Luke Combs going to check in for Hazard. And, Clay County, after getting down 7-0, it's a 15-10 game. Looks like they're getting a little more comfortable out there, Jeff.
Absolutely. Nice drive down the middle by Hooker off the glass. The PBT bank shot cuts the deficit to 3. 15-12 Hazard on top. Fullwood to Kincaid on the drive. Jump stop. Has it knocked away. Gets it back to Luke Combs. Combs will try a three from the right wing. No good. Rebound pulled down by Cottle. 15-footer. Right it down. Seth Cottle.
Cottle now with 5.
You knew that was good when he came up with that loose ball at the top of the key. 17-12 Hazard on top. Hooker. Long three from Sizemore. Right wing is good. A Kipper three. Skylar Sizemore. 2-point lead now for Hazard. 17-15.
Sizemore, only a freshman, and has only played in 12 games to this point in the season.
Making the most of these minutes. His first field goal attempt was good. Fullwood to Osborne. He'll try a 15-footer. No good. Rebound by Clay County. Rogers down the left side. Now backs it out. Gives it over to Hooker. Cottle on him to Wagers. Hands it off to Sizemore. Fake the handoff, actually. Wagers on Fullwood. Falls down. Gets it to Rogers. Long three straight away. No good. Wagers with the offensive rebound. And the drive puts a shot up. No good. But he's going to be fouled on the floor by Javion Fullwood.
We're going to have Maxton Gray checking back in for Clay County.
17-15 your score. Hazard on top. 31.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Nicholson to Wagers. Jumper over Fullwood is good. Tough shot inside by Wagers.
Wagers leads everybody with 8 points, and he has tied this thing up.
17 apiece. Hazard likely to hold for the last one as the clock rolls across 15 seconds. Cottle being guarded by Rogers. Gets a screen from Fullwood. Sizemore switches off on him to Osborne. 4 seconds. Long three from banks it in by Trace Kincaid. A PBT bank shot from the logo.
As we see the replay, and wow.
To end the first quarter to give the Bulldogs a 3-point lead, 20-17. Back after this 60-second break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
East Kentucky Carpet One has been serving Eastern Kentucky for more than 45 years, and we are proud to say that we are still here with the same quality family-owned business. We have experience in commercial and residential properties with a fully stocked warehouse. We also have access to luxury vinyl waterproof flooring, tile, carpet, and much more. Professional installation is also available. Stop by East Kentucky Carpet at 204 Willie's Way or give us a call at 606-439-3858. East Kentucky Carpet One.
Need a new pharmacy? Let MCHC transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily. It allows you to pick up your medications while visiting the doctor at our Knott, Owsley, Pound, Whitesburg, Leatherwood, Harlan clinics, and now at our new Middlesboro clinic. Plus, our MCHC patient portal makes refills easy. Worried about medication costs? We'll help you access prescription assistance programs if you qualify. MCHC, providing better health for a longer life.
Welcome back, folks, as we begin the second quarter of play. Harold, that three from Trace Kincaid, a PBT bank shot, and a Kemper three all rolled into one.
Absolutely, and a big momentum builder to give Hazard the lead back.
Will be Clay County basketball to start the second quarter. Gray with it on the left wing, lobs it inside to Wagers, throws it away. The turnover will give it to the Bulldogs.
That was Hazard's fifth three-point basket in the first quarter.
Three by Mr. Trace Kincaid. He's averaging three a game. He got that in the first quarter. Kincaid with a basketball on the left wing. Over to Cottle. So Clay County in a little bit of a zone right here. Seth Cottle, he'll try a three from the right corner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Clay County. Hooker into the front court. Picked up his dribble. Now gives it to Wagers. Hand off to Gray. Going to drive down the lane, puts the floater up, no good. Ball's tipped out. Last touched by Hazard. So we'll stay with Clay County.
And, you know, even without Grubb in there, Hazard having a hard time controlling that defensive board. Clay County with several second chance opportunities already.
That's one of the, things you see out of a Michael Jones coach team is they play hard and they really crash the glass. Like you said, Harold, certainly seeing that tonight. Wagers on the drive, spin, fade away, no good. Cottle's going to claim it for the Bulldogs. Long pass up ahead to Kincaid. Turns it over, tried to hit Johnson. Clay County 2-on-1 break. Pull-up jumper from Nicholson, no good. Tucker Napier with a rebound for Hazard. Long pass up ahead to Trace Kincaid, and now the Bulldogs set the offense.
2017 here, 6:35 to go. Second quarter.
Cottle inside over to Kincaid. Long three right wing. No good. Rebound pulled down by Tucker Johnson. Kicks it back to Kincaid. This time he shot fakes down the lane to Tucker Napier, and he traveled with the basketball. The turnover will give it to the Clay County Tigers.
And I tell you, Jeff, you look at the game now. We were talking about the days of yesteryear earlier. And, man, it's amazing how many more three-point shots you see taken now. And there's another one.
Maxton Gray, the Kemper three out of the right corner, ties this one up 20 apiece with 6:10 to go here in the second quarter.
And both teams just looking for that three-point shot.
Cottle to Napier to Johnson. Back to Napier. Cottle in the right corner. Napier and Cottle playing a little two-man game, keeping it on the right side. Johnson, he's going to try the 10-footer, and it's good. Nice-looking shot from Tucker Johnson puts the Bulldogs back up 22-20. Clay County with a basketball. Gray working on Napier to Wagers. Going to hand it back off to Brody Hooker. Cross to Rogers. Now Nicholson has it on the left wing to Wagers. Hands off to Rogers. Long three. In and out. No good. Hazard with a rebound. Kincaid has it. To Cottle. He couldn't handle it. A little too high. Turnover. Back to Clay County. Wagers. He's going to walk up to a three. Pulls it hard off the back of the rim. No good. 22-20. Bulldogs on top. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
How would Denny Fugit have reacted to one of the post players pulling up for a three off the break right there?
Not well. Not well. And he would not have reacted well to a turnover either, as the Bulldogs turn it over. Steps called, gives it back to Clay County.
Talon Osborne going to check back in for Hazard.
Clay County with a basketball, down 2. Hooker to Rogers to Nicholson. Fakes the handoff. Now Wagers has it on the left wing. Thought about that 3, picked up his dribble, able to get it off to Hooker. Hooker down the left side, crosses back over in the paint. Tried to kick it out. Good hands by Seth Cottle. Deflects it. Bulldogs get the steal.
Cottle's just so long.
You know, we talk a lot about his offensive prowess. He's a great defender as well, and we saw it right there, deflecting a pass and getting an extra possession for Hazard, and now he's going to be fouled as the pass going into the paint to Cottle. Going to get Maxton Gray for his second foul.
Cottle stepped to the line. He's 76% free throw shooter on the year. That's kind of shocking. I thought he would be a little higher than that.
First one is good. I think he was 9 for 9 in their win against Powell County the other night, so he's trending in the right direction. He's trying to get that a little higher.
First 6 points for him.
Second one is good as well. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs, 24-20.
Hazard still in a man-to-man defense. Clay County been playing a little bit of a matchup zone on the other end.
Trying to get out on those shooters. Clay County has it. Hooker tried to go inside the Wagers, picked his dribble up, nowhere to go with it. Now gets it off the Wagers. Crossover, loses it, picked up by Kincaid. Bulldogs looking to run. Kincaid in the paint. Kicks it out. Tucker Napier, he drives to Cottle. 16-footer. Hard off the back of the iron, no good. Clay County with a rebound in the basketball. Coach Jones telling them to hold it up. Nicholson inside the Wagers. Tough shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kincaid. 24-20, Hazard still on top with the basketball.
Scoring a little harder to come by here in the second quarter. 2017 first quarter, Hazard 4-3 here in the second.
Yeah, it's defense amped it up a little bit. Cottle looking to change that, makes the floater. Nice shot by Seth Cottle, 6-point lead for Hazard, 26-20. Hooker, he's fouled by Kincaid. Will be the first foul on Trace Kincaid. Number 20, Alex Gray, checking in for Clay County. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter, 26-20, Bulldogs on top. Rogers trying to drive, kicks it inside to Nicholson, puts it off the glass and in. The PBT bank shot. Pretty pick and roll right there.
Absolutely. Ran it out wide to the left-hander. He's able to use his strong hand to finish.
Kincaid with it on the left wing for Hazard. Cottle looking at Coach Huff to get the play inside to Johnson. He's going to drive, kicks to Cottle. He drives, 15-footer at the elbow is automatic. Seth Cottle. 28-22, Bulldogs back up 6. Here's a drive from Sizemore, kicks it over to Rogers. His 3 is good, a Kemper 3 from Jacob Rogers.
His first points.
A nice drive and kick by Sizemore to set that up. 2 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Hazard up 3, long 3 from Cottle. It's good. A Kemper 3 from Seth Cottle stretches the lead back to 6 for the Bulldogs.
Just like that, Cottle's up to 14.
That's what he did the other night. He had 35, but it was, 8 here, 9 here. Just slowly crept up the ladder and ended up with 35 as Nicholson missed a shot for Clay County. Hazard looking to add to this 6-point lead. Osborne spins, drives off the glass, and the foul. Talon Osborne with a PBT bank shot. That was just a nice drive by Talon Osborne to set that up. He spins, and he's so long and athletic, he gets to where he can use the glass. Nice soft touch, able to finish.
Largest lead of the night for Hazard at 8. Osborne going to the line, 53%. Short on that one.
Clay County with the rebound. Trying to cut into this 8-point lead, 33-25 Hazard. Hooker down the lane off the glass. Nice take by Brody Hooker with a PBT bank shot.
And I tell you, Hazard having a hard time keeping Clay County out of that lane on these straight line drives off the wing, Jeff.
Yeah, Clay County just really, like you said, Harold, just being aggressive, trying to get paint touches. Osborne, he's trying to get one here, spins, and he's fouled. They're going to get Nicholson, or Sizemore, excuse me, on the foul. And probably a pretty good foul in that situation. Osborne, he finishes that spin move. He's got a good look at the basket. Kick it inside back to Osborne. 10-footer, no good. Rebounded by Sizemore of Clay County. Here comes the Tigers. Wagers, crossover. Shot stripped. Nice hands by Seth Cottle to knock that one out of bounds.
Absolutely.
Clay County basketball, 49.9 seconds to go. Hooker trying to get it in.
Oh, nice
Hits
play.
Wagers. Can't get it to go off the glass. Clay County scraps out the rebound. Here comes a long three from Rogers. It's good. Jacob Rogers, a Kemper three. And the Tigers cut the deficit 2-3.
And Rogers, they'd held him in check. Now 2 threes here late in the half.
33-30, Hazard on top. Fullwood has it. Bulldogs going to hold for the final shot here the first half.
And you're going to look for the Hazard. They're going to do what they've been doing all night. They're going to try to get a touch in the paint and flare that out. Or Seth Cottle may just go one-on-one here. They're going to send a double team at him.
Kicks it over to Kincaid. Long three straight away. No good off the back of the rim. Tip controlled by Osborne to Cottle. 4 seconds. Spins. Jumper in the paint is good. Seth Cottle stretches the lead back to 5 for the Hazard Bulldogs. 35-30. Guys, we're going to keep it here. We're going to keep it right here during halftime, and we will bring you the ceremony as they honor the 85-86 Hazard basketball team. Again, a tremendous team, but Harold, till they start that, what a first half. Hazard comes out with his 5-point lead, 35-30. Well played basketball game.
Absolutely. Hazard comes out, they go up 7-0 just very quickly. Clay County calls a timeout. They get kind of going. They come back. They tie it up. Then you think Hazard's going to run away again. They get up 8. Clay County knocks down a couple threes, gets back within 3. So really, Jeff, the difference in this game, you had a 3-pointer at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter by Kincaid. You had a 2 at the buzzer at halftime. Those 2 buzzer beaters, the difference in the game, 35-30. And just quickly looking at some scoring here, Seth Cottle, who else? 16 points. Kincaid, 3 threes the first quarter, held in check the second. He had 9. Osborne with 6, and Tucker Johnson with 4. For Clay County, it was Rogers with 8. Maxton Gray with 7 points. Jacob Rogers with those 2 threes late to give him 6. Brody Hooker 4. Skylar Sizemore 3. And Jay Nicholson 2.
We'll turn it over to Mr. Scott Napier for the ceremony once again to honor the 1985-86 Hazard Bulldogs.
Formidable task ahead of them as they play number 1 Pleasure Ridge Park, rated by some polls as the 10th best team in these United States. Starting lineup for the Hazard Bulldogs: Willie Combs, a 6', 168-pound junior, plays guard forward. Carl Wallace, another swing man, a 6'1", 170-pound senior, leads the team in scoring in the tournament with 37 points. Dwayne Cornett at center, a 6'7", 230-pound senior with 27 points. Greg Napier forward, a 6'2", 167-pound sophomore with 8 points. At guard, Terry North, a 6'1", 175-pound junior with 36 points.
North with the ball, dribbles down now slowly. 1:15, over to Combs, down deep right corner to Wallace, under to Cornett. Cornett puts it up, good!
Valiant effort by the Hazard Bulldogs to lose the game this way. It's just inconceivable. PRP's in the finals, John, but they're not the best team. Hazard's sitting on the sidelines. They're the best team in this game today. Hazard falls by the wayside, but our congratulations to the Hazard Bulldogs and Coach Roy McCamey on an outstanding year. They had won 27 in a row. We're going for 28, but it wasn't to be, as their record now falls to 34-2. That's great in any man's language. 34 wins and 2 losses, losing to the 10th rated team in the nation, number 1 in the state, by 2, 56-54.
1986 Hazard Bulldogs. Please make welcome Mr. Keith Deaton, number 12. Terry North, number 24. Dwayne Cornett, number 54. Willie Combs, number 32. Greg Napier, number 42. Carl Wallace, number 14. Jerry Gilley, number 21. Todd Blanton, number 10. Ronnie Campbell, team manager. Paul Olinger, coach. And Mr. Happy Mabellini, coach. The 1985-1986 Hazard High School boys basketball team authored one of the most memorable seasons in school history, establishing themselves as one of the premier programs in the Commonwealth during that campaign, finishing the year with an outstanding record of 34-2. The Bulldogs combined disciplined half-court execution with relentless defensive pressure en route to a dominant regular season. Throughout the season, Hazard secured key victories over strong regional competition, building momentum and postseason positioning. Their consistent play carried into the postseason as they captured the 54th district championship, earning decisive wins in district tournament play and advancing them to regional competition with confidence and composure. In the 14th region tournament, the Bulldogs elevated their performance, defeating quality opponents to claim the 14th region championship and secure a berth in the prestigious KHSAA Boys Sweet 16 state tournament at Rupp Arena in Lexington. At that 1986 state tournament, Hazard represented Eastern Kentucky with pride. The Bulldogs competed against the top teams in the state, advancing through the opening round with a win over Highlands and a quarterfinal round win over Louisville Eastern by demonstrating poise on the sport's biggest high school stage. The infamous Final Four contest against Louisville PRP is still referred to today throughout the state as one of the biggest travesties in state tournament history. Several crucial fouls and out-of-bounds rulings in the final minute of play went in favor of PRP. With the game tied, a late-game ruling against Hazard's Todd Blanton, who was deemed to have touched the ball going out of bounds, proved to be a pivotal disputed moment. The disputed calls were so controversial that spectators from all over the arena threw debris, including umbrellas, onto the court. PRP went on to win that contest 56-54 and moved on to the championship game to face Pulaski County. The Sweet 16 appearance by the Bulldogs further cemented the legacy of this 1986 squad as one of the elite teams in program history. The accomplishments of the 1986 Hazard High School boys basketball team, highlighted by a stellar overall record, district and regional championships, and a Sweet 16 Final Four appearance, remain a benchmark of excellence and a source of enduring pride of Bulldog basketball. Ladies, once again, give it up for our 1986 Hazard High School basketball team. Tonight's audio clip is credits of WSGS Radio.
That's pretty cool right there, Harold. I mean, when you 34-2 on the season, just a fantastic team that Hazard has.
And the thing about that run, they beat Fort Thomas Highlands in the first round. Highlands had a guy named Scott Drought who went on to start 4 years at Vanderbilt and score almost 2,000 points. Then they beat Louisville Eastern, who had Felton Spencer, who had a long NBA career. PRP had Booker, who started at Vanderbilt. Then that team turns around and loses to Pulaski County in the finals, who had Reggie Hansen, who went on to a great year at Kentucky. So a lot of star power at that state tournament.
Absolutely. And, you talk about this Hazard team. Carl Wallace, he went on after that season and played in the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game, and it's phenomenal, really. And it was almost like a Hoosiers type story. Everybody in the gym at Rupp Arena was for Hazard, and you sort of get that, especially against teams out of Louisville, and it was. I saw it earlier. I think there was 16,000 people there roughly that night, and most of them was for Hazard. And they got like you heard in the audio clip, they were throwing stuff on the floor and still referred to as one of the greatest travesties in state tournament history. But just for me to look out there and see a lot of guys that I looked up to when I was growing up and just starting to play basketball. A pretty cool experience to see them all out there.
And the thing about that game is that's one of those games where there were 16,000 people here, but if you interviewed people, there'd be 37,000 people that said they were there.
That's right. Todd Blanton, a reserve on that team, I saw him hit a half-court shot in here one time to essentially beat MC Napier. Just fantastic basketball players, great guys, still in the community. You see them all the time out and about, and certainly glad to see them get the roses here tonight. And they're watching a pretty good basketball game while they're doing it. Hazard on top of Clay County at the half, 35-30. We're about 2.5 minutes away from starting the third quarter. We'll send it back to the station. Thank our sponsors. Back in just a moment right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
First Trust Bank now has instant issue debit cards. If your debit card is lost or stolen, has a damaged strip or chip, we can replace it quickly and get you back to your busy life in an instant. Nobody can afford to wait 7 to 10 days for a new debit card, and now you don't have to with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. A quick solution to our customers' needs is another reason to look at us first for a bank you can trust. First Trust Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Instant issue subject to customer eligibility requirements.
Hey guys, Perry Vinyl Windows and Doors. Let me tell you, if you're looking for mobile home parts, they have you covered. I've seen it myself personally. Windows, doors, any type of fitting. If you're looking for a mobile home part or a mobile home replacement part, they have it at Perry Vinyl Windows and Doors, and they have it at the right price. 606-435-7639. They're located in the old 84 Lumber Building in the Combs section of Hazard. Give Perry Vinyl Windows and Doors a call now.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS, 606-439-3167.
Welcome back, folks, to Memorial Gym here in Hazard, Kentucky. The Clay County Tigers and the Hazard Bulldogs doing battle, Harold. And you see something on the screen there.
I see something on the screen. You talk about Seth Cottle, what a player he is. Right there is his sister. And I'll tell you how old I am. I coached her, and that is her second child. And you want to talk about Seth. This girl right here coached her. Her first varsity game as a 7th grader. Puts 27 on the board, so she was a pretty good player too.
That's a pretty solid start to your high school career. 27 as a 7th grader. Funny story about Seth. They conned me into coaching. My wife did a flag football team one year, and Seth was on it. And it was a little bit chaotic, like flag football is. But you could tell at a very early age that he was going to be a fantastic athlete, and he's certainly grown into that and much, much more. Over 2,000 points again in his high school career, and certainly well deserving of all the honors and accolades that have come his way throughout his high school career.
And, you talk about good teams. Coach Mike Jones from Clay County played at Harlan with Charles Thomas and Todd Cox, and a pretty good team in the early 90s.
Not a bad crew right there as Hazard has the basketball to start the third quarter of play. Tucker Johnson muscling it down low off the glass and in. A PBT bank shot for Tuck Johnson to get things started for the Bulldogs here in the third quarter.
And I think that was something called by Coach Huff to try to get something in the paint.
Clay County with a basketball. Long jump shot from Rogers, no good. Cottle pulls down the rebound. In the open floor, spins off the glass. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Clay County. Hooker in the front court. Crossover, working on Kincaid. Spins. Kicks it in the corner to Gray. Back to Hooker. Long three from Wagers, right wing, no good. Cottle with a rebound. Here comes Kincaid. Up ahead to Osborne. Down the lane, shot up, no good. Johnson with a rebound. And we're going to have a foul on Clay County. Tucker Johnson, one white jersey in there, around 4 black jerseys, and he comes out of there with it.
And Johnson's come out strong here in the second half, as Hazard's extending it back out to a 7-point lead.
Foul for Clay County was on Nicholson, his second. Tucker Napier with it, up top to Osborne, reversed around to the left side to Trace Kincaid. Kincaid to Osborne. High post tried to get it to Cottle, threw it away, stolen by Clay County. Hooker down the lane, through some contact, and he's going to draw the foul. We're going to have a block, and now a little talking going on out there. One of our officials stepping in, trying to clean that up.
Jeff, you come back to the other end here, and, Coach Huff wants to get it in there to Seth Cottle. But so many times now, kids will try to force that pass instead of, they don't read as well. If that's where it's supposed to go, they try to force it in there, and that's where these turnovers come into play.
And a lot of times you make that pass on a ball reversal. You reverse it, and then it's much easier to make. Clay County the basketball. Wagers down low, working on Johnson. Tough shot up, no good. Johnson with a rebound. Off to Kincaid. Down the right side. Back to Johnson. He's going to go down the paint. Hands it off to Cottle. Now Cottle has it taken away. We're going to have a jump ball. Should be Clay County basketball, and it is. 37-30 your score. 6:25 to go in the third quarter.
Jeff, the physicality seems to have jumped up a notch here in the second half.
Yeah, Clay County's come out and not scoring a basketball, but being a lot more physical as Hooker puts up the floater. Got it to go. Nice roll from Brody Hooker. 37-32, 5-point lead for Hazard with the basketball.
And Clay County just won't go away, Jeff. They're just hanging around.
Sign of a good team. Cottle has his pass deflected, now stolen by Clay County. Nicholson off to Hooker. He's going to drive the lane again. Steps through. We're going to have a foul on Hazard's Trace Kincaid, and that's his third.
And I tell you what that is. That is a direct correlation to the little dust up they had earlier.
Yep.
These referees are going to try to take control of that.
So Clay County inbounding underneath their own basket. Nicholson has it over to Wagers. Long three is in there. Kemper three from Aiden Wagers. Got the roll, and Coach Casey Huff wants to take a timeout and talk about it. 37-35 Hazard lead. We'll be back after this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 till 4, Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
Looking for expert dermatology care close to home? We're excited to welcome Lori Howard to Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, a Hazard native with 12 years experience in medical dermatology. She brings top-notch skincare to our community. And we're also excited to welcome our newest provider, Madison Mobilini Patrick, providing aesthetics. Call today for an appointment, 606-439-1300. Primary Care Center, expert care close to home.
Welcome back, folks. Harold, a nice little run by Clay County. Force Hazard into timeout, but more importantly, cuts the deficit to only 2 points.
Yeah, and Coach Huff giving the message that you have to give your team in the postseason. Value that basketball. You can't have turnovers of what has gotten Clay back into this.
Johnson, he's going to try a little floater. Nice shot, Tucker Johnson. Nothing but net. 39-35 Hazard.
Kind of shot Clay came out with a little full court pressure right there. They had gotten back into it in the half court.
Wagers drives, lays it off the glass and in. A PBT bank shot, 5 in a row from Aiden Wagers for Clay County. 2-point lead for Hazard, 39-37. Cottle.
Wagers with 13. Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, you're good. Cottle just taking it to the rack. Couldn't get it to go. It will be Clay County basketball.
I tell you what, the physicality has changed the complexion of this game so far in the second half.
It sure has. Clay County sort of embracing it right now. Down 2 with a basketball. Hooker to Wagers. Fade away out of the corner. It's good. A Kemper 3. Aiden Wagers.
And just like that, he's got 16.
8 in a row for the big man from Clay County, and Clay County has the lead 40-39. Osborne to Kincaid, back to Osborne. Hands it off to Osborne, over to Napier, to Cottle. Tucker Johnson looking to somebody to give it to. Fakes the handoff to Osborne. Now he keeps it, now gives it off to Osborne. To Kincaid, right in front of us. To Johnson. Has some cutters. Kincaid, long 3 straight away, no good. Tucker Napier, the rebound, has it ripped out of there by Wagers, and he's out of there in a hurry. Fakes the pass, now gives it off to Rogers. He'll bury a Kemper 3. And just like that, Clay County up 4, 43-39, 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Osborne, he'll try a 3. It's going to be short, rebounded by Clay County's Hooker. Hooker on Osborne, drives, contact, and we're going to have a player control foul on Brody Hooker. Nice job of Talon Osborne to draw that charge.
And now you're going to see Fullwood back in to play a little more physical. But, Jeff, at what point, with the way that Wagers is shooting the ball, do you expect maybe to see a switch on defense with maybe Osborne guarding him to get a little more length on him?
A little more quickness and athleticism. That's certainly a possibility. But, right now the way Wagers is filling it up, I don't know who could stop it.
No, he's caught fire.
43-39, Clay County with the lead. Hazard with a basketball. Fullwood to Osborne. To Cottle in the right corner. Thought about throwing it in there to Fullwood. Now hits Osborne. Splits 2 defenders off the glass and in. A PBT bank shot at point-blank range for Talon Osborne.
And when he gets it in that deep, it's just about impossible to stop him with his athleticism.
Here goes Rogers down the lane. He throws up a floater, no good. Fullwood with a rebound for Hazard. Down 2, can Tyre take the lead. Napier to Osborne, waits on a screen. Drives to Kincaid, long 3 is good. Trace Kincaid, a Kemper 3, and the Bulldogs take the lead 44-43.
Now, Jeff, if you go back and you look at that 3 he just made, the ones he's made, he's had a nice follow through and extension. The ones he's missed, he's had that short arm, quick motion. When he gets set, gets that shot off, he's a really, really good shooter.
Wagers with a basketball for Clay County, hands it off to Hooker. Inside the Wagers, knocked away and stolen by Hazard. Kincaid goes off the screen from Fullwood to Cottle. Back to Kincaid near the logo. Thought he was going to let her fly from way deep. Cottle in the high post to Fullwood. Back to Cottle. Gets the screen, step back. Inside to Fullwood. Gets it to Cottle. Long three from Kincaid. Short. Rebounded by Clay County. Hooker with a basketball, and Coach Jones, he's going to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, folks. 44-43, Hazard on top. Back in 30 seconds right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
With the Perry County Public Library card, you can check out books, movies, magazines, ebooks, as well as use their online databases that allow you to take online classes, repair your auto, or research your family history. Visit the library at 289 Black Gold Boulevard, Hazard, Kentucky. Call them at 606-436-2475 or visit their website, perrycountylibrary.org, for more information. The Perry County Public Library, your source for information, education, and entertainment.
Welcome back, folks, to Memorial Gym here in Hazard, Kentucky. Jeff Campbell and Harold Bashir bringing you a dandy between Hazard and Clay County. Back and forth in this third quarter. Right now, Hazard enjoying a 1-point lead.
Absolutely. You thought Hazard was going to kind of create some separation. Clay County battles back. You think, they had the shot rattle in and out that would have given them a 6-point lead. And then just like that, Hazard has taken the lead back, and just a good ball game so far.
A long three out of the right corner from Rogers. No good. Rebound pulled down by Kincaid. 2-on-1 break for Hazard. Kincaid all the way. Can't get it to go. Napier with a rebound off to Fullwood, and he is fouled going to the basket. Should be 2 shots for Javion Fullwood. The foul's going to be on Maxton Gray for Clay County. That's his third.
Kincaid had 0 chance to make that shot. He never even looked up at the rim.
I want to brag on Kincaid a little bit tonight. He's been sticking his nose in there and grabbing some rebounds. I'm not for sure how many he has, but
he's got quite a few.
He may be Hazard's leading rebounder tonight as Javion Fullwood connects on the first free throw.
Substitution for Clay County. Skylar Sizemore back in.
Fullwood looking to make it a 3-point lead and does. 46-43 Hazard, 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. Clay County with a basketball. Hooker into the front court. Dribbles it off somebody's foot, off his own foot, turnover, gives it back to the Bulldogs.
He looked over at his coach, and Coach Jones looked at him and said, son, it was off your foot.
Kincaid with it. The right wing. Osborne, 3 out of the right corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Clay County. Nicholson off to Rogers. Long 3, no good.
Goodness gracious, off the break from 22.
Shot that one from the old hash mark. Just couldn't get it to go. 3-point lead for Hazard with the basketball. Seth Cottle to Fullwood. Fullwood's played some good minutes here tonight for Coach Huff.
Absolutely.
Inside to Fullwood, right on cue, up and in. A PBT bank shot for Javion Fullwood, and the Bulldogs stretch the lead to 5, 48-43.
And the Bulldogs going to come out. They've got possession coming up at the beginning of the fourth, so this is a huge possession for Clay County right here.
Wagers has it in his hand, crosses over, working on Fullwood. Down the lane, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by who else? Trace Kincaid. 9 seconds. Bulldogs will get a good look here. Kincaid down the lane, floater off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound pulled down by Clay County. They're going to let a long one fly, and it's no good as well. 48-43 at the end of the third. Hazard on top. Back for the fourth quarter right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
We all want the latest tech, new phones, new watches, and tablets, but we want to save money too. So at Appalachian Wireless, we make upgrading easier with programs and promotions that help you get more for less. Because anyone can sell you a service, but do they care if it really works where you go? The back roads, the small towns, and home. Well, we do. We live here, we work here, and we stand behind what we promise. So upgrade with someone you trust, Appalachian Wireless, because the latest tech with smarter savings and a connection that works just for you. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
For generations, insurance companies have been mysterious creatures, denying benefits to people of Appalachia more than anywhere else in the country. If you have been in a car wreck and the insurance company is denying your claim, a band of hardcore lawyers at the Mullins Law Firm are out to solve the biggest mystery of them all. Bigfoot? No, not Bigfoot, but how to get the justice and the money that we, the Appalachian people, deserve. The Mullins Law Firm Your college headquarters. Call us at 436-HURT. That's 436-HURT.
Welcome back to Memorial Gym. Hazard on top of Clay County, 48-43. And Harold, they will have the basketball to start this fourth quarter.
And the big stat that third quarter, Seth Cottle, 0 points.
Wow. Clay County, a good defensive team. They're only giving up 51 points per game. Hazard already sitting on 48, so pretty good offensive night for the Bulldogs. Kincaid with the basketball. Loses it, picked up by Clay County's Jacob Rogers. He takes it off the glass and in, a PBT bank shot, and that's the easiest two he'll have all night.
He's in double figures now with 11.
48-45. Clay County bringing some pressure. Kincaid to Johnson. Hit a little floater inside to Cottle. Point blank range. Made it look easy. 50-45. Hazard on top.
And that's a soft point in that little matchup they're running. If you can get it down that baseline, then come back up into the middle of it, you're going to have some open looks.
And another great entry pass by Tucker Johnson. Clay County nearly loses it, gets it back. Gray with it, drives, kicks it over to Rogers, inside the Wagers, and Clay County threw it away. Hazard basketball.
And, man, they had Johnson kind of out of position. If they make a good pass there, that's a layup. That could come back to haunt them.
Clay County, like you said, Harold, bringing a little full court pressure. Cottle to Johnson. Faces up, gets it across. Picked up his dribble, now has to give it to Kincaid. And Coach Casey Huff's going to take a timeout, folks. We'll keep it right here. 6:52 to go in the ball game. Hazard on top, 50-45. Clay County's pressure seemed to bother Hazard a little bit. That possession forces Coach Huff into a timeout.
Yeah, what Clay did that time, they did a better job. The way their press is set up, they want that ball flared to the middle because Hazard is putting a post player in the middle. The previous possessions, Hazard was able to get down the sideline, get a good baseline drive, but this way they were able to match up a little more, caused Hazard some problems, especially when they crossed half court. So I'm sure Coach Huff will make an adjustment on that.
Osborne gets it into Cottle. 6:50 to go. Once again, Hazard up top, 50-45. Cottle in a hurry. Fakes, gives it to Johnson. He'll try a 15-footer, and it's good. Tuck Johnson having himself a game, stretches the lead back to 7 for Hazard, 52-45.
Johnson in double figures now with 10.
Clay County with a basketball. Rogers trying to get a screen. Instead gets it off to Nicholson. Goes inside to Wagers. Shot up and in, and the foul. Did a good job using that offhand to create a little separation. Connects on the PBT bank shot, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Just a big, strong, physical kid.
Clay County really spread that offense out that time. They had 4 out and 1 in as Wagers makes the three-point play. 52-48 Hazard.
He leads all scorers with 19.
Cottle with the basketball for Hazard, working on Rogers. Crossing over between the legs. Kicks it over to Napier in the left corner. To Osborne, nearly stolen. Kincaid has it down the lane. Shot up off the glass, no good. Tuck Johnson with a rebound, is fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Big rebound there by Johnson, who has played the big second half.
He really has. And, he walks himself into a lot of those offensive rebounds because he understands his teammates, where the ball's going, where it could come off the rim. And his effort and his basketball IQ help him a tremendous amount as he makes that first free throw.
49% free throw shooter. Fullwood 50. Fullwood knocked 2 down a minute ago. And Johnson 1 of 2.
Rebounded by Clay County. 5-point lead for Hazard, 53-48. Clay County. Hooker to Nicholson, trying to go inside the Wagers, working on Johnson. Lowers his shoulders, spins. Ball tipped out, controlled by Kincaid. Hazard on the run. Kincaid off the glass and in. A PBT bank shot. Nice finish by Trace Kincaid.
14 for him. That time he settled himself, eyed the bucket, went up and put it in.
Hooker down the lane. Kicks it out to Wagers. Long three is good. Aiden Wagers. Kemper 3 quietens the crowd. Cuts the deficit to 4. 55-51 Hazard.
Man, he will not go away.
Nice player. Good touch from outside. Big, strong, physical kid. Can score inside as Johnson has it. In a short post to Kincaid, deep in the right corner. He's going to dribble it out. Reverses the floor. Osborne to Cottle to Napier. To Kincaid, surveys the defense. Skips to Cottle, right corner. Splits 2 defenders. Jumper up, short, no good. Johnson with a rebound off the glass and in. Tucker Johnson doing work in the paint. That's the first foul on Aiden Wagers. Another PBT bank shot for Tucker Johnson. And another trip to the free throw line.
Johnson now with 13 on the game.
Every time Clay County makes a big shot, answers, cuts that deficit to 3 or 4. Hazard has found the answer, this time with Tucker Johnson. 7-point lead for Hazard, 58-51.
Largest lead in quite a while. Hazard had an 8-point lead at one time.
And
look
here's
at Tucker
Johnson with a steal and the layup. PBT bank shot, a timeout by Coach Jones in Clay County. Hazard up by 9, 60-51. Folks, will be back after this commercial break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
For over 100 years, Hyden Citizens Bank has been a trusted partner for all of your financial needs. We're locally owned and operated, and that means we're deeply invested in the people here in the mountains of Eastern Kentucky. If you want to deal with your friends and your neighbors when you do your banking, your best choice is Hyden Citizens Bank. Come in today and see how we can help you reach your financial goals. Visit us online at HydenCitizensBank.com or give us a call at 672-2344. Hyden Citizens Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hyden is proud to be locally owned and operated. When you come into the Medicine Shop, you're treated like family, not just another customer. Their pharmacist, Peyton Noble, and staff of certified pharmacy technicians care beyond prescriptions. Come in today and see what a difference a locally owned, independent pharmacy can make in your family's healthcare experience. The Medicine Shop of Hyden, 606-672-8705.
Welcome back, folks, to Hazard's Memorial Gym. Harold, we mentioned in the pregame, both these teams have a lot of guys that can step up and make plays. Who's it going to be for what team? In the last minute and a half, it's been Tucker Johnson for the Hazard Bulldogs.
He is absolutely taking over, and I tell you what, he's done a good job the last couple of possessions on Wagers too. Bodying him up a little bit. Let's look at that battle on the block right now.
We get it inside to Wagers. They're going to have an offensive foul on Aiden Wagers. And who draws it? Tucker Johnson.
And then I tell you what, they missed a good opportunity with a technical foul as Wagers slammed that ball into the back of Tucker Johnson right there.
Johnson was so happy, I'm not sure he would have felt it. Cottle.
You see the adjustment. I'm sorry, Judge. You see the adjustment. They brought it back up the side instead of in the middle. Break that press a little easier.
Johnson in the high post, feeling it, drives, floater. Just can't get it to go this time. Chases down his own rebound inside to Cottle. He'll try a 10-footer, and that is automatic. 62-51. Hazard on top.
Cottle now with 20 and the largest lead of the game here at 11.
Clay County with a basketball. Hooker's going to drive, split some defenders up off the glass and in for the PBT bank shot. Hooker with an answer for Clay County. 62-53, Hazard on top. Kincaid to Cottle. Back to Kincaid. 3.5 to go here in the ball game. Kincaid has it. Gray on him. Hazard just being real patient, working it around the perimeter. Johnson, he's going to drive, hands it off to Napier, up and in. Tuck Johnson set that up. Tucker Napier finished it with a PBT bank shot, 64-53.
His first bucket of the game.
Clay County with the basketball. Wagers, step back three from the right corner, no good. Kincaid with a rebound. Long pass up ahead to Osborne. He backs it out, gives it to Cottle on the cut. Back to Osborne, drives. Tucker Johnson with a three. A Kemper three from Tuck Johnson. And the Bulldogs, their largest lead of the game, 67-53. And that young man is feeling it, folks. Back in 60 seconds right here on East Kentucky Sports Network.
Just what the doctor ordered, 24 hours a day. One Stop Market in Stinnett. Whether your car needs a fill up or you need a fill up, One Stop Market has just what you need. Hamburgers, hoagies, Philly cheesesteak, and pizza, plus an incredible breakfast menu. Short orders prepared around the clock. Gasoline, food, groceries. The name says it all. One Stop Market in Stinnett, a Friends of Coal business. Stop in and see Amy and the crew. Your business is always sincerely appreciated. One Stop Market.
Welcome back, folks, to Memorial Gym in Hazard. Hazard on top, 67-53, Harold. But this second half has been the Tucker Johnson show.
Absolutely. And Jeff, you were talking about who's going to step up. Wagers has 22. Seth Cottle has 20. Okay, we expected that. Jacob Rogers with 11 for Clay County. He's kind of stepped up. But you've got 19 out of Tucker Johnson. You've got 14 out of Trace Kincaid, 8 out of Osborne. That supporting cast has been the difference in the game.
Absolutely. 67-53, Hazard's largest lead of the game. 2.5 to go. Gray on the drive for Clay County. Can't get it to go. Osborne with a rebound. Gets it across. Fullwood into the game, replacing Tucker Johnson. Fullwood in the high post. Backdoor pass. Nearly stolen out of bounds. Last touch by Hazard.
And, Jeff, these are those moments, not necessarily in a 14-point game, but just looking for the future. These are those times in the game that are going to make a difference in 2 years when we see that shot clock come in.
Absolutely. Wagers with a basketball for Clay County. Gray tries the drive, gets a screen from Wagers. Fullwood helps out on him. Nicholson fakes, kicks it in the corner to Rogers. Seth Cottle's done a good job on him here in this second half. Nicholson down the lane, shot up, no good. It is good.
Wow.
It's the friendly roll with a PBT bank shot and the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Nicholson, only his second bucket of the game, but that one had the proper English on it to roll around and slide through the hoop as Johnson checks back in.
They got him a quick break after that steal and layup. Got the Bulldog faithful on their feet here late in this game. Nicholson at the line, the left-hander in the air, and no good. Rebound by who else? Tucker Johnson. Gives it off to Seth Cottle. 67-55. Johnson inside Napier. Pretty pass off the glass and in. PBT bank shot all set up by a great pass from Tucker Johnson.
Tucker Napier with his second bucket.
The Tucker to Tucker connection. That's twice here in the second half. Clay County the basketball. Nicholson drives, kicks to Rogers. Down the lane, puts a shot up, no good, but he draws the foul and will go to the line for 2 shots. You got to be feeling really good about things here, Harold. If you're Coach Huff, I know he's still coaching his tail off. But up 14, 1:23 to go against the solid Clay County team a week before the district tournament. And your team's played really well.
Absolutely. And, you've had somebody step up. Tucker Johnson, 19. Kincaid with 14, right on his average of 15. I tell you another guy, Fullwood's come off the bench and played some good minutes.
Played very well. Rogers splits a pair. Cuts the deficit to 13, 69-56. Hazard with the lead. 1:18 to go. Cottle down the lane, off 2 feet, off the glass and in. Nice touch. PBT bank shot by Seth Cottle.
He's got 22 now.
Rogers with a basketball. Long 3. In and out, no good. Tucker Napier with a rebound for Hazard. Now Coach Huff telling the Bulldogs to put the brakes on, but Cottle down the lane. Kicks it to Napier. He gets that ball in that position early in the game. That's 2 points for Seth Cottle. Just choosing to use a little clock. Kincaid now with it near the logo. Directing some traffic. Gives it off to Johnson. Has it stolen by Wagers. Wagers puts it up and in. An easy bucket for Aiden Wagers. I think we got a timeout taken by Clay County. 31 seconds to go. Hazard on top 61-58. A full timeout back in 60 seconds right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Did something recently change with your pharmacy? Or maybe you're unsatisfied with your pharmacy service? Consider switching to RX Discount Pharmacy on Morton Boulevard in Hazard. RX Discount Pharmacy offers a friendly staff, convenience items, and easy access drive-through. And delivery service is available. RX Discount Pharmacy has been locally owned and operated for more than 30 years, and they don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So choose a pharmacy you know you can trust. RX Discount Pharmacy in Hazard.
Dolman Distributing is a third-party vendor. Delivers Dr. Pepper, RC Cola, Knee-High, Orange, Peach, and Grape sodas, Big Red, and A&W to small country stores not serviced by national vendors. Delivering to areas of southeast Kentucky and southwest Virginia. Dolman also delivers 5-gallon jugs of Climax spring water and Mother Nature spring water to residential and retail customers throughout Letcher, Perry, and Owsley counties. Find out more by calling 606-634-4858. That's 606-634-4858. Or visit Dolman Distributing on Facebook.
Welcome back, folks. Hazard on top 71-58, 31 seconds to go. Jeff Campbell and Harold Brashear. Harold, the Bulldogs looking really good here in the second half.
Yeah, they are, and it looks like Clay County has thrown the towel in on this one. They've got five new guys in, and Hazard just going to get the ball in front court, and they're just going to throw the ball around, it looks like, and just whittle this one away.
But like we said in the pregame, not a terrible loss if you're Clay County. You didn't have your leading scorer, Aiden Grubb. They competed hard, but just down the stretch, too many positive plays for the Hazard Bulldogs. And that's going to be it, folks. Your final score, Hazard 71, Clay County 58 here from Memorial Gym. And Harold, any thoughts on who our player of the game should be?
I think, I know Seth Cottle had 22, but I've got to go with Tucker Johnson with his 19 points as player of the game.
We'll try to grab him here. We'll let him shake hands. He can join us here at the broadcast location. A lot of sportsmanship and camaraderie going on between these teams and coaches, and certainly something you'd like to see. See if we can get a word with Tucker. But overall, just an impressive performance by Hazard. Like you said, Harold, Seth Cottle's going to do what he does. He's going to get you 20. He's going to get you 7 or 8 rebounds. But tonight, this young man, our East Kentucky Sports Network player of the game, Tucker Johnson. Tuck, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a game. Man,
Yes,
you came out there at one point in time in the second half. I think you scored 7 in a row, 7 out of 9 points from your team, a couple and-ones, a steal and a layup. How'd that feel out there?
Felt good, man. Coach Huff always tells us to play hard, and that's just what I go out there and do.
We had you. Of course, we got stats from our man over here, John Fletcher. 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 big assists for Tucker here tonight.
Well, the Tucker to Tucker combo was working pretty well, and I've said it multiple times throughout this season and your career. When you get that ball in the high post, you're almost like a guard. You face up, which is the first thing you're taught to do. You see the floor, and then you make a nice pass, and that's something that I'm sure comes with a lot of practice and a lot of work.
Yes, sir. Always when I was young, Coach Hone always got me in there. I always had Evan Sean to look at down there. It was always fun playing with him, and he always taught the fundamentals first, and that's what I kind of rely on.
And my big question for you is, I see you with 19, 9, and 5. What's it like to be the far superior player out of the Johnson brothers? You just don't stand in the corner and shoot threes. You actually get in there and mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I get in there and battle. Jake, he was a one-dimensional guy, but, that's just how it is. I've always been the better brother, stuff like that, simple things.
But what was it? You had a great game offensively, and I know Wagers. He scored a few points, but I thought you did a good job on him in the second half, bodying him up and making it hard on him. What's it like having to really battle on one end, then come down and play the other end also?
It's tough, but if you always play hard, things will come to you. It's just how it is. If you respect the game, it'll respect you and it'll find you.
And Jeff and I were talking about this is a great tune-up game for you guys because, as we all know, The real season starts next week.
Yes, sir.
How are you guys feeling going into the postseason now?
We're feeling good. Our defense, I feel like it's kind of hurt us in the middle of the year, but we're really working on it during practice. And if we really think we get that down, our offense is clicking. So if we get our defense down, I think we'll be all right.
And it has to be a very exciting time of year for you guys getting ready for that postseason.
Yes, sir. It is. It always is, man. It always is.
I tell you what, just an impressive performance from you tonight, Tucker, and your team. You got a good win against Powell County on Monday, a good win here tonight against Clay County. You got 2 more games here at home in Memorial Gym, Estill County tomorrow, Knox Central on Saturday. And I'm sure that rest and hydrate and focus and all that's on the agenda for this weekend.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
And make your dad buy you a big steak somewhere.
That's right.
He's got plenty of money.
That's right.
Don't let him lie to you.
Yes, sir.
Folks, our East Kentucky Sports Network player of the game, Tucker Johnson. Tucker, congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates. And Harold, just an impressive game, an individual performance from Tucker, but not only him, but the rest of the Bulldogs to really get out of here with this 71-58 victory over a very solid Clay County basketball team.
I tell you, Hazard jumped out early. Clay clawed back in. It went back and forth, back and forth. Neither team was giving an inch. And I tell you, when Tucker Johnson went to another level, so did the Hazard Bulldogs tonight. And that's when they really pulled away and got the margin there at the end.
And, that's something you expect out of your seniors. Hazard, you look down the roster, a lot of seniors that saw the floor tonight, but some minutes for some of those sophomores. Trace Kincaid, just a junior. But certainly an impressive performance tonight for Hazard. We'll go ahead and wrap this one up, folks. We really appreciate everybody tuning in, all of our sponsors, Reagan and Robbie on camera, producer Michael Dwayne. Harold, good having you sitting here, buddy. I sure enjoyed it.
Buddy, I enjoyed it. I missed this a lot. And I tell you what, I'm so excited for next week. We got Eddie Browning standing here in front of us. I tell you what, he's done a lot of groundwork for that district tournament next week. And I'm looking forward to a big event. You got girls action Monday, boys Tuesday, come back girls Wednesday, then Thursday, lead into the regional tournament and the state tournament. If you're a basketball fan in Kentucky, it does not get any better than what starts next Monday night.
And we certainly appreciate everybody tuning us in, but next week's a good opportunity to get out and support your local teams. Come up here to Hazard, a great facility, a good place to watch a basketball game, and I promise you won't be disappointed because these teams in the 54th District can absolutely play. But I'm Jeff Campbell for everybody at the East Kentucky Sports Network, WSGS. We thank you for tuning in. Wish you a good evening. Until tomorrow, good night, everyone.